Like I say, everybody knows that that this sort of started with Fukushima in March 2011. They had a pretty significant earthquake and followed by a tsunami. And just to set the stage for you, because there's been a lot in the press and other things about the nuclear plant itself, but really at Fukushima the issue was really the natural disaster, and the nuclear plant became part of it. But if you recall, there was the earthquake occurred about 2:45 in the afternoon on a Friday afternoon. 3 minutes later they had the tsunami warning. Within 20 minutes they had all their emergency centers set up. 18 minutes later 7 waves rolled in. Now the first one was only about 15 feet high, it wasn't too bad. Subsequent ones were 40 to 50 feet high. So kind of for comparison, that's about twice as high as this building we're standing in, right? So we would have been wiped out in that process. Along with that, 20,000 people basically disappeared, either dead or missing immediately. Another several thousand were injured. Had 250,000 buildings destroyed, basically. Another almost million, 950,000 structures in some state of disrepair. Had 6 million homes without power and or electricity. So the situation was really pretty dire across the whole area. Roads didn't work, communication towers were down, telephone lines didn't work. So that was a circumstance under which the plant found itself trying to survive. And what's kind of missed in the news is there's actually 10 nuclear units in that area. The two plants, Diachi and Diana, they're actually only about 5 or 6 kilometers apart. So they were all struggling to survive that. So what the industry has taken out of that then is a little bit of a look at the broader nature, not just at the nuclear event, but at the broader nature. And I think I do want to congratulate Ontario and the Emergency Management Ontario for kind of having a broader look at the thing and deciding to do this exercise in a very broad. So this exercise covers about 10,000 square kilometers. I don't know how much briefing you've had on it. There are 47 different events going on across this area of all sorts. I know you've been doing a bit of a tour, so you get to look at a few of them anyway. So the exercise is really about how do we coordinate amongst not only us and the nuclear plants, but the communities and other things in the province, and bring the resources to bear that we need. So that was really what this is about, is testing. So since Fukushima, we've had a look at all that and said, how will we survive? And we can't really see anything as dramatic as happened in Japan happening here, but how would we survive an event where none of the current infrastructure works? Simple as that, right? So nothing we have today, the roads are blocked or the telephones don't work. How do we do that and be able to deal with it and still talk to the province and other people we need to talk to? And that's really what this center is all about. So you see behind me our new Emergency Management Center, which literally was only finished 2 weeks ago. And there's still a little bit of work to do yet. We won't actually have it fully operational till the end of the year. This center is actually completely independent. It operates on its own internet system, has its own generator. All our communications can go the normal way like your phone does, but it will switch sort of seamlessly over to satellite, so I can do internet or phone or fax over satellite. Have two-way radio communications, which is what we used yesterday during the event. All of these things work independent of the normal infrastructure, and I can talk to the world. So one of the biggest issues about fixing any problem you have is being able to get the right resources to bear. On top of that, we brought in a lot of new equipment, new pumpers, new generators and so forth, which we store actually up here just across the road from here. And that stuff was all deployed yesterday to plant. And the assumption is that none of the plant equipment is working, so you have to deploy something else. Like I say, can't really see how that would come about because we got layers upon layers of stuff in the plants, and we really can't get a tsunami wave on Lake Huron. So we can't envision a situation where none of the plant equipment would work, but that was a starting point for this exercise, was assume it didn't, and let's go do it. And so the trucks are there now. They've been pumping for 24 hours or thereabout. They've been running and pumping away. We refueled them last night while they were still pumping. So we're just using this as a proof of concept to prove that all the bits we put in place can work. And if I guess if I could turn your attention a little bit to the Emergency Management Center and you have a quick look at it, you'll see our screens are up here. We're using common sort of software, so not only can we see these screens here, they can see them in Ottawa, not all of them, but the ones that they need to see. They can see them at the provincial center. We can see them down at the plant. So this is all based on our ability to share information, because that's really what becomes key in the event, is for people to be able to tell what's going on and what it looks like. So we'll take you in there and let you have a look-see. And that's a really quick overlook, but I start with that and then I let you guys ask me some questions.